family and friends. That time of the year again. Heading out to the cabin, do some mowing today. I gotta mow on the power line, kind of where the deer stands are gonna go. So try to mow that today. Bring the deer stands out there tomorrow, because next week is youth hunt. So today is Friday, and next Thursday it's Minnesota youth hunt. We do have a few youth that might come out and hunt with us. I don't have any of my own right now until my granddaughter is gonna be old enough to do the youth hunt. But I do have some friends that might bring their kids out an evening or two. We'll see. So we'll set up the deer stands this weekend. Make sure they're ready to go. And yeah, do some mowing. And we can kind of show you what else is going on. Looks like all the beans are gone. We just harvested this week, so that was the food source for the deer around the cabin area here. Besides, of course, we have food plots behind the cabin. Then we have, well, other family and neighbors all have food plots around here, so there should be enough food for them to stick around. I do not have anything crazy on my cameras back here, just those and fawns, spike, fork, stuff like that. So no huge bucks on camera right now, but we all know once harvest happens and food sources are taken away, things gonna get shifted up a little bit. So we'll see what else shows up here, and then of course when the rut starts, everything else is out the window. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, we're just gonna prep and do our thing and have fun hunting. Alright, we're gonna start this baby up here, get it out of the way. Fingers crossed. Things don't like to start too well when you're using them. Oh. Hey! That worked out. Alright, come on, baby. We'll probably let it run for a little bit. Charge up the battery. And we have to get her going here. Let's see. Turn on the juices. Machine neutral, turn the key on. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, check that out. No problem. Nice. Okay. Oh, we gotta lift up the deck a little bit. Something like that. And slowly but surely, we're gonna pull her out. I do have to top her off with gas, so that's one part of the project before we can go and do the project. Alright, good enough. Let's see how we're doing over here. Oh yeah, she's pretty low. Better top her off. Alright. Okay, so this is where we stand so far. So this is two. Well, this is gonna be the third one now on this side. Pass number 3. So all I'm doing is, I think I'm gonna do 5 passes or 5 rounds here on each side, going in a circle, just for this evening, just to see how things are working. So this is 3 on this side. So it's not too bad actually. But then tomorrow when I bring the deer stand out, I'm gonna see what it looks like from the deer stand. I'm thinking I almost want to take this whole side off, but just for now, just so we can actually bring the deer stands out and whatnot, should be good enough. So I'm gonna do 5 passes. Man, that sounds bright. Check that deer trail out. So yeah, I'll do 5 passes. That gives us enough room to bring out the stands tomorrow, and then I do have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have the evenings off. I can always come out and spend a few more hours every night and kind of finish it off if you really want to take the whole thing off. But it's nice to have like wood or brush, grass, then a break, then some more grass, then a break, because deer tend to come out and they stop like, what the hell is that? Oh, okay. Then you walk around like, oh shit, tall grass again. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Give us more time to shoot them, but I might want to go more than 5. Maybe I want to go maybe 10 and just leave just a strip in between. But we'll see how it looks like once you're done with the 5. And then, so this is where I hunt. Kind of me and my wife's cousin. We hunt kind of side by side here. And then she hunts further down. Her terrain is a lot more challenging, let's just say that. So I wanted to get the easy stuff done first, just to make sure this thing is still in one piece, and then we go over there. So I'll do a couple more passes, then we'll head over there and see what we can do for the wife. Well, good morning. It kind of got dark on me last night, so I was in a hurry to finish up what I could finish up. So yeah, man, I went like 5 passes on my side, and I went 3 passes on the wife's side before it got kind of dark and I couldn't. I wanted to make sure I make it back to the cabin with the tractor before it got too dark on me. So this morning the plan is to run out there and set up the deer stands. I still have to clean out my camper shack. You watched videos before, you know I sit in an old camper and I have a fire stove in it, and I'm not super old, but I'm already kind of getting lazy, so I park my vehicle just right outside the camper when I go hunting. Yeah, I did receive comments in the past about that strategy and whatnot, but yeah, like I said before, there's deer that trip over the tongue of that camper all the time, and they sometimes try to squeeze between the pickup and the camper to cross that power line, so they don't care. So yeah, that's the plan this morning. Go and get those set up and see what else we can accomplish. Well, cleaning out the camper. It's going alright. Yeah, will have to be the way it is. I'm not gonna leave the wood stove in it until probably the Friday before season. I'll go out and set all that up. I don't want it growing legs. And I was gonna rebait my mouse traps that I usually have in there. I have these 3 mouse traps. You just gotta put some more peanut butter on them. So now I'm like, well, I better check the one I have in the garage here too, because it's that time of the year. Them creatures like to get in here. Excuse the mess. Alright, And for the first time ever, I got a double whammy. It's pretty cool. Come on, mice. No. Boom. Just like that. That's not bad, huh? So now I gotta get a triple whammy. But this ain't bad at all. Okay, keep cleaning and we'll be on our way to the cabin. Well, we made it out here. Not without incidents, of course, because why wouldn't they go okay for a change? Yeah, check that out. Blew the tire out of this thing. So yeah, she's toast. Tire and rim both, but I could not leave this thing on the side of the road. I can find a tire like that probably today, so there's no way I was gonna leave this thing on the side of the road, somebody will crash into it or something. So I decided I'm gonna sacrifice the rim and just drag it out here. Took a little longer than I wanted to, and shook the hell out of it. That thing fell off the wall, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But other than that, we're here. We made her. So I'm gonna set up these mouse traps, because usually right away they try to move in. That's how they operate. Yeah, hoofda. That's a lot of dust. Shook the hell out of this thing. Well, it is what it is now. But yeah, we'll let's see. Oh yeah, we can see daylight over there. We really blew it up good this time. But oh well, probably less journey. That should do the job this one more year. Let's put one up here, and I don't know, one down here, see what happens. Okay, well, this one is here. We'll see what happens to the next one. Hopefully no more adventures. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna use the Defender today to pull that other deer stand out there. Because this baby doesn't want to start. Well, didn't the other day. Oh yeah, no, she's really super dead. Nothing going on. Oh, come on. Give it all one shot. Yeah, nope. So I think I still want to jump it and let it run a little bit. Just so the berry can charge up and be ready for us. But yeah, I gotta find the hitch for this thing, and we'll just use the Defender to bring out the deer stand and go from there. Alright, this one is good to go and set up. Shut the windows on it for now, and we'll have to come back the day before opener, put the heater in there and whatnot. Looks like for some reason the front over here is a little loose. Thin, so I'll have to grab a few screws when I come back. Got it fixed up good. Yeah, well, they just kind of wiggled loose. I just need a couple of screws to screw it down good enough, and we'll be in good shape. Alright, well, as you can tell, I did a couple of passes here, but I'll be back to finish mowing this tomorrow. I'm thinking it might be a rainy day, but it doesn't matter for this stuff. I can probably mow some in between the rains. I'd like to get this job done hopefully this weekend. That way I can focus on other things here before deer season really sets in and winter comes. So we'll see. Well, back to the cabin today. You can tell it's kind of rained all night too, so on and off. It's gonna be a little juicy out there, but it's kind of actually better, because when I was mowing the other day, it was super dry, so I was kind of nervous about starting a fire. I did hit a couple of rocks with my mower, but luckily no sparks and no flames, so I'm locked out. But it's supposed to kind of quit raining here in about an hour or so. So yeah, I'm heading out there. Hopefully jump on the tractor and get the stuff done on the wife's side, and then we'll see how much fuel and time we have left to go do a few more passes around my deer stand. But we'll see what we can accomplish. That's the plan right now anyway. Well, you know how it goes. If things are going good, you know they're not gonna go good for a long time. So I was mowing, and of course I ran out of gas, so I had to walk all the way back from where I was mowing back to the cabin, jump in my truck, go get gas, jump in this truck, because this one is the 3/4 ton that can actually pull a trailer. So now I have the trailer behind me, so we can actually go put gas in the tractor, and when it's all done, I can't even see what that fucking trailer is. Anyway, there you go. We'll gas her up and finish up what we were doing, and then load it up in the trailer and take it back to the cabin. But holy moly, I was just about done. I was so close. But that's just how it goes. Like I said, when things are going good, something's about to go bad. But yeah, so look at that. We had one little sliver left, and the tractor is like right down there, out of gas. So yeah, good times. I think I have maybe one more pass or two more at the max to do, and it's all done. So anyways, here we are, getting her done. So yeah, I'm gonna park this to the side here, go gas up that thing and get the job done. Well, done with this project and hauling Katrina back to the cabin. I don't even know what name to give her. Katrina? Nah, that's too dramatic. I'll have to come up with a name for it. Katie maybe? I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, we are hauling her back to the cabin, so this job is done. I'll probably hop in the side-by-side here, because I want to show you a couple of things before I close off this video. So yeah, one project at a time, man, one project at a time. Do a quick update, stuff going on. The tractor's gonna sit out there for a couple of days now. Man, fall is falling. I can only wish there was smell-o-vision so you guys can smell the smell of the fall, the leaves falling and everything else. Oh my god, it's so so awesome. We do have, that's a retired deer stand there, but we do have this pile that we're gonna try to burn during deer season. But there's gonna be an awesome bonfire one evening. Just a bunch of branches and stuff that we cut down, trying to keep up with the stuff that's overgrowing. And also we have the old outhouse in that package over there too. So it's all gonna go up in flames. Usually we try to do that the second weekend of deer season, depending on the snow. So then back here we have 5 different food plots. And actually this year all I did was work it up, and the kids actually went and got the seeds and seeded them and dragged them and did all that stuff. So, but they're the ones that hung back here most of the time anyway. I might seed here maybe once or twice a season if they're not out here. But there you go. That's the in-laws, bro-in-law, bro and sister-in-law. But boom, look at that. That's a nice looking food plot. We're lucky, of course, with this late fall, late summer, whatever you want to call it. So that helps a lot. So that's not bad. Some brassicas. Then we have some more brassicas over here. Of course, another food plot. They're looking really good. That's a deer stand. I did not mow back here because I mean, they're sitting so high up that they can pretty much see over everything. And it's also nice to have some tall grass, to be honest. So when you do shoot something and they run away and you have to track, you have all the nice tall grass to actually look for blood. So on the power line I do that, but then once they leave the power line, you gotta go into woods on each side so that we can see, and we can try to track them that way. It usually works out pretty good. This is some grains. I think it's called pre-grain or something like that. Super nice and green. I'm thinking once everything else freezes, these guys should stay green for a deer. And well, a little creek on this side. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I'm gonna try to slow down so you can see there's some pretty heavy trails coming through here, like, well, that one. And another one there. Oh, there was one that was like, holy moly. The wind kind of messed up things today, but for the most part there's a lot of nice big thick trails coming through here. Yeah. So anyways, that was number 3. Then I'm not sure what this is. It's supposed to be soybeans, but now we have all these yellow, unless it was soybeans mixed in with some cover crop like yellow mustard or something. But they've been hitting this thing really hard. I mean, I have my cameras way back there. Actually, I should have brought some batteries to change it out, but maybe tomorrow. But yeah, they've been hitting this one pretty good every night or out here. So if it's mustard or I'm not sure what it is. It's supposed to be beans. This whole foot plot looked yellow at one time, like it really died out when we had the first frost about a month ago, and then just decided to come back again. So here we are. So whatever it is, they like it. And then of course this is the other one, number 5. It's right here. Same thing. This one's getting the little yellow on top. And that's because we had pretty strong frost a few days ago. I'm thinking that might have something to do with it, but otherwise it's a really nice and thick crop. So there'll be a lot of food for them once winter really sets in and food sources become scarce. This is gonna be a nice one. So there you go. Figured I'd bring you guys out here to show you what we accomplished these couple of days as a recap before we shut down this video. So yeah, I did try to cut down the brush even going in here, but this is where the wife and a lot of times my daughter hunt. Holy cow, you passed it. Well, let's go look at mine first, I guess. It's nice to have it so it doesn't stand out that much, but so this is where the camper is. Oh, woohoo! When they put in this new power line, they made this road extra wide, but I'm not more in the sides of it because I wanted to actually kind of start growing back in, so it's not as wide and open so everybody tries to come down here. We have multiple people during deer season that come drive down this path, and even though they can see, like once they get out here, I mean, we have the camper over there, they can see the camper back in there, so they know somebody's there. And I do have like kind of right from here, that looks in the same area. See, that's one of my ladder stands. I leave it out there for the same reason, so people know we're hunting back in here. But people still drive in here and do their thing. Sometimes they sit here and look at this power line for deer in the evening. Mostly in the evening, not too many morning people. And then some actually are bold enough to come out the road and just park right there, which is like we're right there, and then we have some cousins that hunt like right away. So like really, like what are you gonna do? 3 people like in 100-yard freaking, yeah, why? Like why even bother? But anyway, people are lazy that way. They just sit in the pickup, which is technically illegal. You just sit here in the truck, something like that, and you look down both ways and wait for a deer to come, which, like I said, it's kind of technically illegal. But this is what it looks like now that it's mowed. I'm not gonna go back to the camper now, but there you go. We got it all mowed down, nice and clean, so we can see what's what. And I can pull out a little bit more, and you can see the other deer stand too. There you go. There they are, the camper and the other deer stand. There's a big slough in between. You can really see on the camera there's a big slough in between the water. The ground really drops down, and stuff is usually pretty wet. Not this year though, it's pretty dry. Plus we're gonna get some rain between now and when deer season opens. It is pretty dry, so deer like to use that when it's dry so they can stay nice and low and with tall grass and kind of shield themselves. But it should be nice. It should be good to go here for deer season. We should be able to, things cross. I was debating about leaving a strip in the middle, but then I didn't. But we do have this thicker grass and brush and stuff for them, so they come out of the woods, come into the brush, and hopefully they mosey across the mowed stuff, and we have a chance of whacking at them. So we'll see. So I'll go show you what it looks like by the wife, and then we'll head home. Yeah, I try to mow these down a little bit too, so it's not, I don't like it to be wide open trail so everybody drives down on it, but it was really bad. So I actually, as you can tell, I went in pretty deep on both sides and mowed some of the small branches down. That way we can drive out like a nicer vehicle if we wanted to. There still might be some hanging over and whatnot the guy can touch up. But for the most part, 99% it's a lot nicer. But then you come out here, so usually I mow a trail straight across because that's where my deer stand is, up in the tree. because the ladder came loose from it. So I do a trail straight across, then you can park there and just kind of make your way out. The deer stand is like right over there. See the deer stand? There's the top of it. So if you park straight out, then you can just walk down the power line. But 95% of the time, well shit, 99% of the time, everybody just drives down the road like this and they just park right on the road. So I don't want to put in all that effort and all this stuff if nobody's going to use it anyway. So leave it for the deer, because actually the deer, the little trail I have going from this power line by the parking area in onto the old power line, the deer actually use that as a trail. So and look at that, that's not too bad. I should be able to drive a decent vehicle out here. I do have to do some more cutting, I think, like bigger things like this one. That day before, I'll just come out and cut some actual branches down, but that doesn't look bad at all. Check it out. Hell yeah. Kind of the same concept as on the other side. Over there's a big dip, so there's no way. I would dip the tractor when we're trying to mow that little thing, but that's minimal. Most of it's mowed nice and it's ready to go. So once we get closer to deer season and more vegetation dies, and especially if you're gonna have some snow or whatnot, even more stuff gets covered up. So it actually turns out to be okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll call it good for now. Stay tuned in a couple weeks, something like that. I might do a deer season prep video like I usually do. Well, it would be like part 2, because this was kind of a deer season prep video. I'll do a part 2 and it's more like, okay, counting down the days and setting up the deer stands with heaters and whatnot. And then 2025 deer season is gonna be also filmed. So alright, well, stay tuned and follow us. Yeah, give us a like, share if you like it, so other